Welcome to Nature to Nurture, simply caring for our children, where we explore the simple joys and practices of nurturing children in today's world. I'm Tiffany, your host and guide on this journey of discovery and growth. In each episode, we delve into topics that matter most to parents, caregivers, and anyone passionate about providing loving, meaningful care to little ones. From embracing traditional practices to harnessing the power of nature in child development, we cover it all with a focus on simplicity and heart. So whether you're a seasoned parent looking for fresh insights or a new caregiver eager to learn, join us as we dive into the world of nurturing care practices and celebrate the beauty of childhood. Let's embark on this journey together, because every moment spent nurturing a child is a moment of beautiful connection and growth. Hello and welcome back to Nature to Nurture. I'm Tiffany, and today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite activities, nature journaling. This is an amazing activity for all ages that combines the beauty of the outdoors with the creativity of art and storytelling. So whether you're already a nature enthusiast or you're looking for new ways to engage your children and yourself with the natural world, this episode is for you. Let me start with telling you a bit about my own journey with nature journaling. As a child, I remember having this experience offered to me in various summer camps and opportunities throughout my youth. And as a teacher, I actually brought this experience to my classroom, where each morning I would take our little ones that were 2.5 to 5 years old out to the garden area with our nature journals for a daily nature journaling time. It is such an amazing activity, and I really hope that you take advantage of these little tips, go out there and try it today, and enjoy nature journaling as much as I do. It doesn't matter what age you are, but this is an activity that really pulls us together, gives us that great way to bond with nature, curiosity, and time to reflect, right? So, what exactly is nature journaling? Well, it's a practice where you observe and document the natural world around you through drawing, writing, or both. It's not about making perfect art or writing something that is poetic. It's about the process of observation and reflection. Nature journaling helps children develop a deeper appreciation for nature while enhancing their creativity and observational skills. So to get started, you're going to need a couple of basic materials, and it really doesn't have to be much. It could be one of those old notebooks that you have hanging out in your house with a bunch of empty pages. It could simply be a piece of white paper or a piece of scrap paper that is in your recycling bin. I love getting just plain journals. They can have a simple cover, easy to open with blank pages, and small size so you can carry. I think there's a size that's probably 5 by 7, which would be a great size for a nature journal to take with you. Also, you'll want to get something to color with. When you're very first starting, I always recommend utilizing one material, and that's going to be a black pen. And that really just helps your young children and yourself get used to marking the page and not worrying about all the details. I think it's great, though, if you want to add some color to that after you get this practice started, to bring out colored pencils, crayons. I personally love watercolors myself. And then you're going to want something to carry all of this in. So this could be a cute little bag or backpack that can just be your nature journal bag. Some other great items that you can bring with you are magnifying glasses, field guides if you want to actually put in some information about what you're seeing and identifying, and even with the little ones, maybe some nature stickers. That's always fun too. Who doesn't like to throw a sticker on a page with what they're coloring? Okay, once you have all of those materials, it is time to get started. And starting nature journaling with your little ones is simple and fun. And here are some things to keep in mind. Number 1, start with a walk. Begin your nature journaling time with a short walk. Let your child pick up leaves, flowers, or rocks that they think are pretty and interesting, and really just take a couple of minutes to be. As for the example with my students in the past, we would go out to the garden and they would have time to explore and walk around the garden and check in on everything. And yes, touch and smell and pick and play and just experience that space, right? After that, you want to set up a space. I highly recommend trying to find a space that is very similar, that really makes it routine, but it doesn't have to be the same spot. This is just your sitting spot. So find a comfortable place to sit and journal. In the past, I set up tree rings, and so we would sit on those tree rings as we journaled. It could be as easy as bringing a blanket and just having a blanket to sit on. Or if you can't go outside, sit in your living room and look out the window while you're practicing this, right? If it's raining, that's okay. You can still work on this and you can nature journal about the rain that's happening that day. All right. Number 3, you need to model the process. So make sure that you are engaging in this activity with the children. Show your children how you observe and document what you see. And I recommend that you are speaking about what you see. Name it out loud. Talk about the details. Oh, wow, look at that bird. I noticed that bird has a red breast. Ooh, I remember what that bird was called. It's called the robin. I'm going to draw that bird. And so model what you're noticing, talking about it. You can even talk about how it makes you feel, or, wow, it must be springtime since the robins are back, right? So what can you add in there as you're modeling for your young kids? They learn by watching you. Number 4, keep it fun. Let them use their imagination and creativity. And remember, there is no right or wrong way to journal. They can put whatever they want in their journal. There are a few keys that I recommend in their journal. Number 1, try to keep them on one page for each sitting. That will really help them to create that routine that each day they are adding one page and creating those boundaries. I also recommend adding the date up at the top or at the bottom. And if your child can write it, have them write the date. So that way they start learning how you are actually keeping track of what's going on in their world and how it matters to them. And that will be beautiful when they can look back and reflect on it. Another great tip is when they are done journaling, whatever they journaled, take the time to ask them, what did you draw? And whatever they wrote, write it in the journal. It does not matter if it is about nature or if it is about mommy and their new friend. That is okay. But including what they are writing is going to be so crucial to showing them that their words matter and that they are observing. And that really is part of what they're putting together. And the final tip is to ask open-ended questions. Encourage your child to observe on a deeper level each time by asking questions, such as, what colors did you see? Do you remember the name of that? How did it feel? What do you think it's doing? The biggest key that I can tell you is to just do it. Just go out there, take your journal, take your kids, and let it be what it's going to be. And it will develop into exactly what it needs to be. Now let's talk a little bit about how you can make nature journaling a routine and why this is highly beneficial. Try tucking it into your morning routine. Start the day with some quiet, reflective time outside. One of my past episodes, I talked about how morning outdoor time can be so crucial to your health and development and that of your children as well. So why not add that nature journal into this time? It could be as simple as 2 minutes to just jot down a couple of notes and a quick drawing, right? It sets a peaceful tone for the rest of the day, and it helps your children to develop a sense of calm and focus when they're able to start the day with some quiet, reflective time outdoors. Connecting with nature regularly has immense benefits for both children and families. It promotes your physical health through outdoor activity, enhances your mental well-being by reducing stress, and even fosters a sense of wonder, appreciation, and belonging for the world we are in. Having this practice every morning provides a consistent time for pensive reflection, which is really important as we are thinking about how we are intentionally and purposefully parenting and caregiving. Some of the best practices for successful nature journaling is to be intentional. Make a conscious effort to incorporate nature journaling into your daily routine. Consistency is that key. Celebrate the small wins. Praise your child for their observations and drawings, no matter how simple. Remember, it's the process that matters. And stay flexible. If your child isn't in the mood, don't force it. Find another time or try a different approach. I really believe that when we are trying to create new habits and learning opportunities, we want to ensure that we are creating those in times of joy. Yes, there are times when we can provide a little bit of pressure. However, we really want to ensure that our children are enjoying this time and looking forward to it. If you're pushing it just because you want it to happen, that is not going to be successful. There are some excellent resources available to deepen your nature journaling experience, and I personally recommend the Laws Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling by John Muir Laws, which offers all kinds of tips and inspiration and really can help the adult side of the nature journaling as you're modeling that for your children. Modeling is a huge part of this for children. When they see you engaged and excited about nature journaling, they're more likely to follow. Share your own observations and drawing with them and involve them in the process as much as possible. For the first time you try nature journaling with your children, keep it simple and stress-free. Choose a familiar spot. Start in a place your child feels comfortable, like your backyard or a nearby park. Make it short. Begin with short sessions, about 5 to 10 minutes, and gradually increase the time as your child becomes more engaged. And focus on fun. Emphasize the fun aspects of journaling rather than creating perfect drawings or detailed notes. Nature journaling is a beautiful way to connect with your children and the natural world around you. It encourages creativity, observation, and a sense of wonder that is invaluable for their development. I hope you feel inspired to start this practice with your family. It really is beautiful to have a moment to enjoy your time outdoors, to document, to think, to be present, and to share that with your children. What more could we ask for? For more tips and inspiration, join our Facebook community group, sign up for our newsletter, and don't forget to follow, rate, and review the podcast. If you found this helpful, I would greatly appreciate it if you would share this out so that others can learn as well. Let me know how your own nature journaling practice develops. I would love to hear about it. Shoot me a picture of what you're journaling. And if you are looking for a couple of things that I personally enjoy for my nature journaling, I will be sharing those as well. So make sure you follow along, and yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for joining me today on Nature to Nurture. And until next time, keep journaling and keep nurturing your little ones.